students, welcome to our next model for molecular symmetry. Till now we have completed 2 elements of symmetry among the total 5 elements, that is proper axis of rotation and the second one is mirror plane having 3 subtypes. Today the next symmetry element that we are going to see is the center of symmetry, which is also called as inversion center and which is indicated by I. Till now we have completed Cn and sigma, and our today's next symmetry element is inversion center or center of symmetry, which is indicated by small I. Let me define this symmetry element. If a line is drawn from any atom, we have to choose any atom in that molecule, and what we have to do? We have to draw a line from that atom. But how we have to draw a line? It should pass through the center of that molecule. Alright, if a line is drawn from any atom passing through center of the molecule, and if same atom is present at equidistance but in the opposite direction, then the molecule will said to possess the I symmetry element. I am repeating it again. We have to choose any one atom from that molecule, and from that atom we have to go on drawing a line. But how do you will draw the line? It should pass through the center of that molecule. We know that every object in nature, it possesses center of gravity, CG we call, that is center of gravity. So we have to draw a line from any atom so that it should pass through the center of gravity or center of that molecule, and we have to go on extend the line in opposite direction. And if we get same atom present at equidistance but in the opposite direction, then the molecule will said to possess I symmetry element. Just read out the definition again and again, and then we will proceed toward the examples. Let's take one example so that you can exactly get what's the meaning of center of inversion. This is trans dichloroethylene. In this molecule, tell me where will be the center of gravity for this molecule, or a center? It must be here. No, at this point you can say it is the center of gravity for this molecule. According to definition, what we have to do? We have to choose any one atom. So suppose I am taking this chlorine atom, doesn't matter, you can take this hydrogen or this chlorine, you can take any atom. Suppose I am choosing this chlorine. What you have to do? You have to go on drawing a line starting from any atom. So I am choosing this atom and I am starting to draw a line. How do we have to draw a line? It should pass through the center of gravity of that molecule. And then what we have to do? We have to extend the line further. Further means what? Equidistance but in opposite direction. Suppose from this center of gravity, the direction of this chlorine atom is in this way, while the direction of this chlorine atom is in another way. So both these chlorine atoms are present in opposite direction from the center of gravity. It is present in this direction and this chlorine is present in opposite direction from the center of gravity, and both the chlorine's atom are what? At equidistance. Alright, according to our definition. So in order to check whether the center of symmetry, that is I symmetry element, is present or not in a molecule, for that what we have to do? We have to choose any atom. From that atom we have to go on drawing a line passing through the center of that molecule, and you have to extend the line in opposite direction and at equidistance. And if same atom is present at equidistance and in opposite direction, then we say the inversion center is present in that molecule. Is it clear now? Let's do it by choosing the hydrogen atom. Start drawing a line from hydrogen atom, pass it through the center of gravity of this molecule and extend it in opposite direction. Are you getting the same atom at equidistance and opposite direction? Yes. Means what? This trans-dichloroethylene molecule possesses I symmetry element. Alright. One more thing after the definition, this should happen for all the atoms in a molecule. Are you getting the meaning? Whatever definition of I we have seen, if a line is drawn from any atom, it is passed through the center of that molecule and is extended in opposite direction, and if same atom appears at equidistance and in opposite direction, then we say that I is present. But what's the condition? This should happen with all the atoms in a molecule. Means suppose you are choosing this atom, then same atom you should have on another side, and whatever atom you have here, same should be present here. Suppose instead of hydrogen here, I am having the fluorine atom. Then is the I present in this molecule? Now it is not trans-dichloroethylene, but whatever nomenclature, whatever the name of this molecule is, if in this molecule having two chlorine atoms, one hydrogen and one fluorine, can we say that the center of inversion is present? You may say yes. Why? Because if you are starting from a chlorine, you are getting the same chlorine atom in opposite direction and at equidistance. So you may say that I is present in this molecule. But what I told you, it should happen with all the atoms present in a molecule. Even though you are getting same atom here, but what's the case? You are not getting same atom if you are starting with the hydrogen. There is fluorine atom on another side, means equidistance and at opposite direction. So for this molecule, the center of inversion is absent. But again, if you are replacing fluorine by hydrogen, then this molecule will possess center of inversion. So it is the very simple symmetry element having simple definition, simple understanding. You have to just go on drawing a line and passing through the center of symmetry. And what is the condition for this symmetry element to be present? Same atom, equidistance and opposite direction. Alright, what is the necessity or condition for the I to be present? Main words or key words you have to remember. There should be same atoms at equidistance but in opposite direction. And another important thing is that it should happen with all the atoms present in a molecule. If the condition is like that, then the molecule is said to possess center of inversion. Let's take further examples. Okay, so we have 3 more examples to understand deeply what do you mean by I. Welcome back to the same example again, PTCl4, the most favorite example of mine because it possesses almost all the symmetry elements that we have to study. Hence I am taking this example again and again. After the completion of all the symmetry elements, we will observe that PTCl4 is such a molecule which possesses all the symmetry elements that we will be studying here onward also. Now tell me whether this platinum possesses I or not. Where will be the center for this PTCl4 molecule, center of gravity? Of course, at the center. some, I'll put one point over here which is the center of gravity. Now choose any atom. Suppose I am taking this chlorine. Go on drawing the line which will pass through the center and extend it in opposite direction. Are you getting same atom at opposite direction and equidistance? Yes, both these chlorine atoms are at equidistance from the center of gravity and they are in opposite direction. This chlorine atom is on the left side of center of gravity and this chlorine atom is on right side of the center of gravity. So these two chlorine atoms are present at equidistance and opposite direction. Again and again I am telling you, these are the two more important words, equidistance and in opposite direction. And another important thing was what? Ki it should happen with all the atoms. Now opposite to this chlorine atom you have this chlorine atom and opposite to this chlorine atom you have this chlorine atom. So what we can say? PtCl4 molecule possesses I, that is center of inversion. Next is benzene. This is the center of gravity for benzene. Everywhere there are what? Carbon, hydrogen atoms. Now tell me, predict whether the center of inversion is present in benzene or not. Suppose I am taking this chlorine atom. I am going on drawing a line that passing through the center of gravity. Am I getting same atom in opposite direction and at equidistance? Yes. And is it happening with all the atoms present in a molecule? Suppose I am starting with this carbon atom. I am getting same carbon atom at equidistance to this and opposite direction. Again, if I am starting with this carbon atom, I am getting same carbon atom opposite to this and at equal distance. So we can say that benzene molecule also possesses inversion center. Again, same is the case with SH6. Opposite to this fluorine is there. There will be the center and of course all the fluorine atoms are present at equal distance and opposite direction to each other. So SF6 molecule having octahedral geometry also possesses center of inversion. I hope it is very well clear to you because it is the most simple symmetry element. Now in SF6, suppose this is the x-axis, this is y-axis and this is z-axis. Means this fluorine atom is present at x-axis, this fluorine atom is at y-axis, this fluorine atom is present at z-axis. Then opposite to this fluorine, the another fluorine atom is said to present at where? Minus z-axis. This is the x-axis. So opposite to this fluorine atom, the another fluorine atom is said to be present at minus x-axis. Similarly, this is y-axis. So along this line, this fluorine atom is present at y-axis and another fluorine atom is present at minus y-axis. We know na Cartesian coordinates like that, it is plus x plus y plus z minus x minus y minus z. The Cartesian coordinates are like this and this is three-dimensional geometry. So I have just put the axis plus x plus y plus z minus x minus y minus z. Why I am telling you the coordinates? Because we can define the symmetry elements, we can define the inversion center in another way. Ki when a molecule is brought into equivalent configuration by changing its coordination, what we are going to do? We are going to change the coordinates. Which coordinates? Plus x plus y plus z. These coordinates we are going to change around the center or around the origin of coordinate which lies at a point within the molecule, and around this point or around this origin we are going to change the coordinates from plus xyz to minus x minus y minus z. It is through the origin. Okay, what we are going to do? We are going to change the coordinates. Which coordinate? X coordinate, y coordinate and z coordinate. How do we are going to change these coordinates? Along the origin or through the origin. And what changes we are going to do? Plus x we are going to change in minus x, plus y we are going to change in minus y, and plus z we are going to change in minus z. And if you are getting same image after changing the coordinates also, after changing the coordinates, if you are getting the same image, then you can say that the center of symmetry is present in that molecule. This is the textbook definition. If you are feeling this definition to be hard, then you can remember the previous simple definition that I have told you, and by that mean also, or by that way also, you can also judge whether the I is present in a molecule or not, simply by drawing the line passing through center at equidistance and in opposite direction. If same atom is present, then the symmetry element I is present in the molecule. By using this simple definition also, you can find out whether the I is present in a molecule or not. Come back to the next two examples which we are very much familiar, BF3 molecule and water molecule. Now you have to tell me whether the inversion center I is present in these two molecules or not. I am not going to tell you very soon the answer. First of all, you have to think over this, whether the I is present in BF3 or and water molecule, yes or no. What can you predict? According to the as soon as you look at the molecule, without thinking, you may get confused and you may say that the I is present in BF3 molecule. Generally, students says कि I is present in BF3 because it seems to be symmetrical. So, without thinking much, they says कि I is present. But if you check it properly, according to our definition, then do you get same atom at equidistance and in opposite direction? Suppose I am choosing this fluorine atom. I am starting to draw a line which is passing through the center of gravity. Where will be the center of gravity for this molecule? Here. Suppose I am choosing this fluorine atom and I am drawing a line that is passing through center of gravity in equidistance and opposite direction. Do I have the same atom here present? Yes or no? No, there is no same atom present at equidistance and in opposite direction. Same is the case with this. The fluorine atom opposite to this is absent here, and similarly fluorine atom opposite to this is not present there. Means what? Does BF3 contains I as the symmetry element? No. Inversion center is absent in BF3. Same is the case with water molecule. Suppose it is the center of gravity. Choose this hydrogen atom, go on drawing the line passing through the origin, extend it at equal distance and in opposite direction. Do we have hydrogen atom here? No. Similarly, if you start drawing a line from this hydrogen atom, you will not get the same atom at equidistance and in opposite direction. Now you will say that from this center of origin, we have two hydrogen atoms at equidistance. Alright, this is the center of gravity. from this center of gravity, you will say that we have two hydrogen atoms at equidistance. But is it the only condition that two same atoms at equidistance? No. What is the another condition? Two same atoms at equidistance but in opposite direction, means like that. These two directions are not opposite. So according to the definition, inversion center is absent in water molecule also. Alright, is it clear? Our fourth and next symmetry element is improper axis of rotation or improper rotational axis, indicated by Sn, where n, small n is again the fold of rotation. Cn is called as proper axis of rotation and Sn is called as improper axis of rotation. In another word, it is simply called as rotation followed by reflection. In Cn, in order to get the same image, what we were doing? We were just rotating the molecule. Suppose we have BF3 molecule. In order to F1, F2, F3, in order to get the same image, what we were doing to obtain Cn for BF3, we were passing one rotational axis and then we were rotating the molecule along that axis. Means what kind of operation we were doing in Cn? Only rotation operation. But what we have to do in this symmetry element? It is not only rotation, but a molecule should be rotated and again it should be reflected. And if we are getting the same image only after rotation and reflection, then only we can say that Sn is present in that molecule. Again I am telling you the difference between Cn and Sn. In Cn, we were simply rotating the molecule to get the original image. Okay? And what we have to do in this to get the original image? We have to rotate the molecule followed by reflection. And if after doing rotation and reflection, after doing this, you are getting the same image, then only you can say that the Sn is present in that molecule. Again, we'll go through the example so that you can get it neatly. Which example it is? Trans dichloroethylene. Remember, we have to do two operations in Sn to get the original image. Which two operations? Rotation followed by reflection. In Cn, we get original image simply by rotation. But here we will get original image by doing rotation, reflection operation. Alright. So in this trans dichloroethylene, how you will carry out the rotation? By what degree the rotation will take place? How you will pass the rotational axis? We have already seen in this example ki how the principal axis will be passed. We can pass one rotational axis like this also, which is having two-fold rotation. We can pass the rotational axis like this also, having two-fold rotation. But as the principal axis passes through more number atom, so we will pass the rotational, you can't say it is principal axis, but the rotational axis, it will pass through these two carbon atoms. Okay, the rotational axis will pass through these two carbon atoms, and along this line we will carry out the rotation, which is our first operation, rotation operation. How you will do the rotation? Like this. Means by what degree you are rotating the molecule? You are rotating the molecule by 180 degree. Hence the fold of rotation is C2. Okay. See, along this line you will rotate the molecule. Means like this. What will be the changes taking place in the atoms after rotating the molecule like this? the whole molecule will get rotated like this. Means what? Carbon atom will remain at their own places. Why? Because through this only we are passing the line. So these two carbon atoms will remain at their own place. Where this chlorine atom will move? Upward. Alright. The chlorine atom which was in downward now will move in upward direction. So here which atom shall I write? Chlorine. Where this hydrogen atom will go? Down. Again same is happening here. The hydrogen will go up and chlorine will come down. This is the hydrogen and this is the chlorine. Alright. What we have done this? Simply we have done the rotation operation, and you can see that we have not got the same image. Have we got the same image? This one and this one? No. Means what? The operation is not completed. Till when we perform any of the symmetry operation, till we get the same image. Alright. Have we got the same image? No. Then in order to get the same image, what we have to do? The reflection operation. Reflection means what? Nothing but the plane, a mirror plane. You have to pass a mirror plane in order to get the original image. Now suppose from this molecule I am passing the plane like this. Okay. So this is the plane. Means from this I have passed the plane. How the reflection will occur after passing a plane? Okay. This half image will get overlapped with this image, and this half image will reappear here. Means this chlorine atom and this hydrogen atom will what? Will reflect over each other. Means this hydrogen will show its reflection on this side and this chlorine atom will show its reflection on this side. Same is the case with this also. This chlorine will show its reflection here and this hydrogen will show its reflection here. So which atoms shall I write down here? Here this hydrogen from the mirror will show its reflection on this side. So I am writing down the hydrogen here. Similarly, this chlorine atom will show its reflection on this side. So I am writing down chlorine here. Same is the case with here. Chlorine will show its reflection here and hydrogen will show its reflection on this side. So this is chlorine, this is hydrogen. Are these two images same? Yes or no? This one and this one? Yes, absolutely. Both these images are absolutely same. Means what? We have got the original image now. And what kind of operations we have performed to get the original image? Two operations. Which one? Rotation followed by reflection. So if a molecule needs rotation followed by reflection to get the original image, then that molecule is said to possess the improper axis of rotation, which is indicated by Sn. And whatever the fold of rotation is there, that becomes the fold of rotation for improper rotational axis also. So in rotation operation, you have rotated it by two-fold rotation. Hence, this molecule is said to possess the S2 symmetry element. Alright. Suppose in another molecule, we are doing rotation by C3, then we are carrying out reflection and then we are getting the same image, then that molecule will said to possess S3. Alright. In this trans dichloroethylene, we are carrying out the rotation by C2 and then we are getting the same image after doing reflection. So this trans dichloroethylene will said to possess the S2 symmetry element, that is S2 improper axis of rotation. Alright. Okay, so how will you perform the improper rotational axis operation? First, you have to carry out the rotation of molecule about an axis, followed by reflection through a plane which is perpendicular to the principal axis. Means the rotational axis and the plane, they should be perpendicular to each other. Okay, how will you carry out the operation for improper rotational axis? First, you have to carry out rotation of that molecule about an axis. It should be followed by reflection. But how the reflection should be taken? The plane that you are using for reflection, that plane should be perpendicular to the principal axis. If you can see the previous example that I have drawn, then I have drawn the rotational axis which is passing through these carbon atoms, and then I have taken the reflection like this. Means this image was reflected on this side and this half was reflected on this side. You can see that this rotational axis and this plane, they are perpendicular to each other. You can never choose the parallel plane for SN. You have to use the perpendicular in order to get the SN. Okay, going back and looking at the same example, you can get this in detail. At next module, we will move toward our last symmetry element, that is E, identity, which is the simplest of all the symmetry elements. And after that, we will start finding out the point group of a molecule. Point group means we have seen many examples till now, and we have seen that one example contains so many symmetry elements. Take the example of PTCl4, it contains main principal axis, subsidiary axis, it contains vertical plane, dihedral plane, it contains inversion also, it contains horizontal plane. So like that, every example or every molecule contains so many symmetry elements. So we have to compile all the symmetry elements and we have to give just one name or one nomenclature to that molecule, which is called as the point group. So point group means, simply you can say it is compilation of all the symmetry elements and writing it down in the another new form. That is what called as the point group. So at next module, we will proceed toward the identity and the determination of point group. Before moving toward the starting of a point group, I will request you to go through all the previous videos again and again and to make your concept very much clear about all the symmetry elements. Thank you.